music's an art form, as Eddie Vedder once said. How do you give an award for art? I didn't watch the Grammys either. The Grammys happened yesterday, and I didn't watch them, because to me, the Grammys are to music what infomercials are to science. You're the best art. That art is no awards, so it's not good. So I still haven't seen the Star Wars 3D... What? I still haven't seen the Star Wars 3D Phantom Menace. It's been out for a couple of weeks now. And I do want to see it. It's just, I still haven't gotten over the Clone Wars TV show, which I wanted to like. So I still haven't seen the... Because I saw the Clone Wars movie when it came out. When they had the Jabba the Hutt that talked like a pimp from down south, he's like, "Hey man, I'm like Jabba the Hutt, but I'm a soul sucker." I didn't like the Apprentice, when Anakin got the girl. She's an alien, and she got red skin. She's the grumpy teenager Jedi, and I didn't like that. So I haven't seen... I still want to go see Phantom Menace 3D, I just haven't yet. Because I just bought them again on Blu-ray after buying them many times. I make t-shirts. I don't make t-shirts. I make designs, and then I iron them onto t-shirts. Recently a coworker asked me, he said, "Could you make a collage? If I gave you a bunch of pictures, could you make a collage of them, of all my kids, make them in little pictures, and then make that a design, put that on a shirt so I can give it to my wife for Valentine's Day?" And I did, but it was he wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day, and then one of the letters was smudged, so I was worried that he wouldn't like it. And then in my head I made up this whole scenario where it's like, oh, he wouldn't like the shirt, so I would tell him, well, I had this whole fake argument in my head. And I gave him the shirt, he loved it, gave me the money, and part of me was disappointed that I never got to have the pretend argument I was going to have about this one smudged letter in my head. And I realized maybe that's all crazy people are. They're just people that have become committed to imaginary arguments that they made up in their head. I was grocery shopping today, and my wife and I were grocery shopping, and while we were there, we walked by this older gentleman who had kind of the salt and pepper hair, more so than mine. I have a few white strands, but he had like the full-blown Jay Leno white puffy hair, and he was wearing a Ferrari jacket with the word Ferrari, and on the back it had the eagle red dragon looking thing, and it said Ferrari in big letters. And he walked by us, he kind of cut us off, and he stopped a gentleman who was walking. He said, "Do you work here?" And before the guy could say no, the Ferrari jacket guy started complaining about the display case of something. "Oh, the displays, I'm looking for this product." And the poor guy that he was talking to was just kind of like, "I don't work, I can't help you, I'm shopping, I'm with you, I'm shopping as well." So we had to laugh about that. Like, what was that about? Who invited that guy to our cool grocery supermarket? And then on the way out, we paid for our groceries, and I was walking backwards, I don't know why I had to turn to tell you that. I was walking backwards, kind of pulling the cart, and I almost bumped into a guy. I said, "Oh, sorry, after you." And it was the Ferrari jacket guy. And when I said, "No, please, after you," he went and rolled his eyes. And before I could stop myself, I said, "Twat." He might be a nice guy, I don't know. I just felt like saying it, and I did. And he was a twat. When we left, I looked out in the parking lot. There were no Ferraris. So I'm fairly certain he drove like a broken Honda. And I was ranting to my wife, like, why the Ferrari jacket? Like, he doesn't drive a Ferrari. And even if you do, like, why would you advertise a product like Ferrari, you know, and which is kind of hypocritical considering I design shirts, which I would like people to wear. And I've sold a whole 6. To date, I've sold 6 shirts. So that happened.